Hare Krishna. The power of habit is terrible and terrific. Habit can be terribly powerful when people get caught in some bad habits such as smoking or drinking. Then even if they try, it seems almost impossible to give it up. So, even if they make resolutions, the resolutions are steamrolled over by the powerful habits which they have cultivated unwittingly. So, when we think about whatever unhealthy habits we have, and when we try to give them up, we too may find that it is very difficult to give it up. It seems that the habit which we ourselves created or developed has now got a power of its own, and it seems to have become bigger than us. However, the key in dealing with habits is that habits, they can't be rejected, but they can be replaced. So rather than thinking about giving up some habit, we need to think about cultivating some other habit. And to the extent we can cultivate a positive habit, to that extent we will find that as that habit starts fulfilling whatever need was fulfilled by the previous unhealthy habit, then we will be able to get rid of the lower habit much easier, because habit's power is value neutral. That means when we do something repeatedly, that creates impressions within our mind, and those impressions then propel us to do that thing again and again and again. And now what that particular thing is, that doesn't matter to the mind. This repetition causes a momentum which leads to doing that thing reflexively, without thinking. Automatically we tend to do that thing. So therefore, the principle is that rather than being scared about the power of habit, we need to become positive and recognize that habit's power is greater than ours, and that greater power can help us also instead of just working against us. The Bhagavad Gita talks about how in the second chapter, 61st verse, that if we try to overcome our lower habits, it's extremely difficult. Yatato yapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. That the senses that are habituated to sense indulgence just don't give up that indulgence even if we try to. But the next verse says, replace that habit of sensual indulgence with devotional contemplation. Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta sita matparaha vashehi yasya indriyani tasya pragya pratisthita. When we learn to fix the mind on Krishna, we get a higher taste, and that taste enables us to resist the lower tastes. So whatever habit we have, it serves some need. It gives some pleasure, it gives some comfort, it gives some sense of familiarity and routine. So that need, when we see how it can be served through a healthy devotional activity, then as we start developing the habit of doing positive devotional things, the power of habit will work for us to free us from the habits that had earlier overpowered us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.